welcome to the Student Learning News Broadcasting Station. I'm Jane.
And I'm Tom.
Now today we will be discussing logical fallacies. There are 6 key ones that we will be talking about in our video, so
You will encounter them daily. And as far as I'm concerned, that is something you should be concerned about, so pay attention to the following clips. Equivocation is the misleading use of a term with more than one meaning, such as this following clip. I got this. So I want 8.
The printer is jamming again.
Go back. A red herring is an irrelevant comment used to distract the opponent or audience from the original point.
as the only woman candidate at the moment, I am determined to become the first woman president. I will be a great president because I am a woman.
Trust me, I love women, but what China's doing to us in trade is terrible. And we need to build a wall to separate us from Mexico and make Mexico pay for it. Trust me, it'll be great. In the following clip, we will be showing you an example of false dilemma. A false dilemma is when one claims that there are only certain positions on an argument and no other arguments at all.
Mrs. Liebel, is it true that you refused to give a student $5?
That is correct. I did refuse.
Mrs. Liebel hates students. She wouldn't even give them $5.
I would give them gum?
That's not the same.
Next up is a slippery slope. A slippery slope is when someone claims that if something happens, then something else will happen after it, usually arguing that the first thing shouldn't happen because of what follows after. Mangoes grow on trees. Trees produce lumber. Lumber is a primary export of the Americas. The Americas are in the Western Hemisphere. Also in the Western Hemisphere is part of Europe. Everyone knows Germany is in Europe. In German history, we all know about Adolf Hitler, so don't eat mangoes because Hitler happened. Next up is begging the question. Begging the question is when one assumes their conclusion is correct when presenting their premise.
Quit doing that, you're gonna break the chair.
Nuh-uh, it's a strong chair.
How do you know it's not gonna break?
Because it's not broken. And finally, there's a sweeping generalization. It is when one applies a general rule to a case in which, due to some circumstance, the rule does not apply. Skeletons are spooky. Everybody has a skeleton. Therefore, everyone is spooky!
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons